Boulder County, Colorado has changed significantly over the past several decades in terms of municipal annexations, population and housing development, and open space acquisitions. There are two basic land designations in Boulder County: municipal land and unincorporated land. Municipal land includes cities like Boulder and Longmont, and towns like Nederland and Lyons. Municipalities generally provide a wide range of public services, including water, sewage, parks and playgrounds, libraries, fire protection services, and stormwater management programs. Land outside of municipalities is known as unincorporated land. Residents and businesses in the unincorporated county are under the jurisdiction of Boulder County government. But unlike municipalities, Boulder County does not provide many of these services. A municipal annexation is when an incorporated city or town expands by adding land that was previously unincorporated Boulder County. When this happens, the annexed land becomes incorporated into the municipality and is then subject to that city's regulations, local taxes, and fees. The 10 municipalities within Boulder County are shown in gray, and this timeline illustrates their growth over time. As you can see, every year annexations varying in size and location occur. One such annexation was by the town of Erie. When Erie was founded, it was initially fully contained within neighboring Weld County. In 1970, Erie expanded into Boulder County with an annexation of about 620 acres. In 1986, the Rock Creek Ranch Metro District was formed, encompassing over 1,500 acres. Shortly thereafter, it was annexed into Superior. Over time, Broomfield has annexed property in 4 different counties. In the year 2000, voters approved a ballot measure allowing Broomfield to become a consolidated city-county government. Though annexation is typically a piecemeal process, it changes the urban form significantly over time. The city of Boulder has annexed over 20 square miles since 1950. To see how these and other annexations have changed the urban landscape in Boulder County, let us compare municipal boundaries of 1950 to their boundaries today. In 1950, Boulder County had a combined municipal and unincorporated population of about 50,000. Today, the population is approaching 300,000. The graph in the corner shows this change in population over time. It is important to note the difference between population changes in municipal areas versus those happening in unincorporated Boulder County. 1952 saw the completion of the Denver-Boulder Turnpike, now known as Highway 36. It significantly improved access between the two cities. It also opened up the adjacent lands to potential development, which began to increase along this corridor, especially in South Boulder and Broomfield. In the 1960s, high-tech companies began to locate in Boulder County, including Beech Aircraft, Ball Aerospace, and IBM. This created a greater demand for nearby housing. As the map indicates, annexation typically follows population growth and other development when it is on the fringe of a municipality. IBM, however, was not on the fringe of the city of Boulder. The city was interested in annexing this facility, but there was concern about taking an annexation path that would open up more land for development, because cities are required to provide services and utilities. The city therefore used its open space lands to the north as the annexation corridor. In 1972, the Colorado State Legislature passed Senate Bill 35, which significantly tightened the acreage and development requirements for subdividing land in counties. In 1978, the Boulder County Comprehensive Plan was adopted. Above all, it set out to reinforce a distinction between urban and rural areas of the county, centralizing urban growth and development within or adjacent to municipalities. The county's goal was to not compete with municipalities for urban development. One method for keeping growth within municipalities was having municipalities themselves provide services that growth requires, rather than the unincorporated county. A major component in implementing the comprehensive plan and maintaining the rural-urban distinction is the Boulder County Land Use Code. The Land Use Code includes a variety of regulations related to the location and nature of growth in Boulder County. Another component is intergovernmental agreements, in which municipalities and Boulder County collaborate to identify areas of urban growth and areas of rural preservation. Boulder County's intergovernmental agreements began in 1977 and continue to exist today. The Comprehensive Plan also identified Niwot as a community service area, a distinct town within unincorporated Boulder County. The county worked with Niwot to define a growth boundary and limits on density to preserve its character. You may notice a decrease in population growth from 2000 to 2010. This is not the result of a lapse in population growth. It is the result of Broomfield becoming its own county. Broomfield's population is no longer included in the Boulder County totals. As the graph indicates, Boulder County, through the implementation of the Comprehensive Plan, has successfully directed the vast majority of population growth into municipalities, while population growth within the unincorporated county has remained relatively constant. To compare population changes and development, let us compare 1950 to today. In order to fully implement the Comprehensive Plan, Boulder County needs to protect wildlife habitat, agricultural lands, view corridors, and community identity. Open space programs have been a valuable tool in defining and protecting such areas. Boulder County, in its entirety, contains a great deal of publicly owned or controlled land. Today, over 2/3 of the county, 320,000 acres, is open space under federal, state, county, and municipal jurisdiction. But this was not always the case. Although acquisitions began in the early 1970s, it was not until 1992, when the people of Boulder County voted for an open space sales tax, that the county's open space acquisitions really took off. This tax has been renewed in various forms several times since then, most recently in November of 2010. Since the adoption of the Comprehensive Plan, county open space and conservation easements have increased from 3,500 to over 97,000 acres. Municipalities have also had their own open space programs over time, and have even collaborated with Boulder County on joint open space agreements. To compare open space acquisitions, let us compare 1950 to today. Since 1978, the Boulder County Comprehensive Plan, with subsequent implementation tools and programs, has been successful in its goal to locate urban development within or adjacent to existing communities. This has minimized sprawl while preserving agricultural, forestry, and open space land uses. It is no accident that Boulder County has evolved the way it has over time. Many programs, policies, and people have shaped the form of Boulder County into what it is today.